What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the dojo. I don't really know if this is going to be a daily discussion, but I know that at some point I'm going to have to address haters or people who dislike what I say or the way that I say it, right? I am not your average YouTuber. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. I am not your average YouTuber. I was born and raised in Baltimore City. I lived this city my whole life. I know what's around me. I lived in an impoverished neighborhood. I've seen a lot of things I probably didn't need to see. And I know some things I probably shouldn't know. I've been incarcerated, but I've never been touched. It was always respect whenever I got locked up because why? I treated everybody around me with respect. That's what I'm about. I'm about respect. See, I think some people in this world, they have an idea of what you're supposed to be if you say you're going to do this. So I say I want to be a YouTuber, right? But I don't want to be your average YouTuber. I'm not trying to put on the front a facade for the internet. I'm going to come on this internet and be who I am. If people don't like it, then that's their problem. It's not mine. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to speak my message. I'm here to speak my message. And if you have a problem with what I'm saying or the way I put it, you're going to have to deal with that. You do not have to come to this channel and try to get in my comment section and argue back and forth with me. I may respond to some comments, but once it get past a certain point, I'm leaving it alone. I don't have the time or the energy to be going back and forth online with somebody who disagrees with something I said or the way that I said it. Right? I made a video about being gangster is stupid. And there was a couple people that felt called out. This was probably my most watched video out of all the daily discussions that I did. I guess what I said was rather controversial. But I'm not changing my stance on anything that I said. I said what I said because I've been around shit. I've seen shit. And I know some shit. I don't know all there is to know about life. No, I'm not somebody who knows everything. But what I do know, I'm not going to pretend like I don't. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. Right? So, if you clicked on this video, it's because you probably want to know who I am. I don't even have an answer for you because who I am is being defined day by day. Day by day. I learn and grow. And I'm not here to say that I'm not going to make mistakes. I know I'm going to make mistakes. I know I'm going to make mistakes. But what I'm not going to do is be something that I'm not. I'm a realist. And I'm going to try my best to keep it real at all times. I can't pretend. That's not me. I'm not a YouTuber who's trying to be family friendly. That's not what this channel is about. If you think a YouTuber has to play a specific role to be a YouTuber, then that's not what I'm going to be. I'm going to be somebody who want to speak his mind freely. I don't let nobody tell me what I can and cannot say. I was born in America, a free country where we have the freedom of speech, right? I'm glad that I'm getting pushback because I'm going to need a lot of practice when I really get up there with them numbers. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't like what I'm saying or you don't like my channel, you don't have to watch. Nobody's forcing you to click or watch this video. Nobody's doing that. That's not what we about here. I'm trying to spread awareness and enlighten people to the situations that's going on in the world. We trying to better ourselves, right? But if what I say may be a little bit too much for some people, please click off the video. Please block my channel. I implore you, because those are not the kind of people that I want on my channel. I'm not going to block nobody because I feel like you should be able to watch whatever you want. And I'm not going to block a view if somebody wants to view. I'm not even going to moderate comments. I'm just going to let everything be what it is. That's the type of YouTuber I'm going to be. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in that comment section. It don't matter to me because I know who I am and I know whose I am. If I ever say anything that you have a problem with, you are more than welcome to voice your displeasure. But what you will not do is tell me what I am and am not going to do, how I'm supposed to talk. No. I'm going to be this type of YouTuber. I'm going to be this type of YouTuber where I'm going to keep it all the way 100 with you. I'm going to talk to you like we sitting face to face. All I know is y'all, I don't think the world is really ready for somebody like me. I don't. But I'm still going to do my thing. I'm still going to do my thing. I'm not your average YouTuber. I'm not trying to be your average YouTuber. I'm Hawk Sensei. Professor Hawk. My government name is not important. There are people who know who I am. There are people who know my name. I went to school for 12 years. I've been incarcerated. I've even been to college. I've taken vacation. I've been on cruises before. But you would never know by looking at me. There's a reason why I want to do YouTube. I want to do YouTube because I know that my voice is necessary this day and age. I know it is. And I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first started this video, I was a little frustrated. I was a little upset. But you know what? I feel a lot better now because I got it out my system and now it's online for everybody to see. You can save this video as a reference point. You can always come back to it if you don't believe what I'm saying. I'm not pulling my punches and I'm not mincing my words. If what I say is too heavy for you, there's the door. There's the door. You do not have to indulge in my channel if this type of content is not what you're looking for. It's like if you come to my channel, right? And what I'm saying to you is a little bit too much for you to bear, but you just keep listening and keep, you know what I mean? Keep interacting. That's just a masochistic personality trait. You like pain. You like controversy. You like conflict. Me personally, I don't like conflict. I don't. But I definitely know how to deal with it. I ain't never ran from a fight a day in my life. I ain't never ran from a fight a day in my life. Be it a physical fight, a mental fight, or a spiritual fight. That's not what I do. I stand my ground because that's what a man does. That's what a man does. And the funny thing is, I'm making myself extremely available. You see my face. I'm not hiding. I know when I started this channel, I knew what was at stake. I knew that you can be doxxed, you can be found. I know about all that. But I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that. Because if you want to come and harm me because of words that I spoke, you only proven that my words was true. You only proved my point. I'll be vindicated at the end no matter what. Because why? All I'm doing is speaking the truth. And if it's not the truth, it was just my perspective or how I saw it. And I always let people know that This is just my perspective. This is my bias. This is how I see it. I always let people know that. I don't never say this is a cold, hard fact when I know it's not. See, because I answer to God. And every time I tell a lie, he slapped the shit out of me. Every time I do wrong, I get chastised. And if you don't have that same type of lifestyle, meaning you get in trouble when you do wrong, then I already know you're not of God. You're not one of his children. If you just can get away with bullshit from here to there, from here to Timbuktu, we already know what side you on. You know what I'm saying? We already know what side you on. And if you're not on God's side, you my opposition. I don't got no words for you. You know what it is. You know what it is. If you're not on God's side, you know what it is. This is a channel that worships God Almighty, the God of the Bible, the Creator. And if what I'm saying to you is too much, it's because the God in me got the demons inside of you trembling. That's what that is. And I'm sorry if you too weak to stomach this strong meat that I got. In the Bible, it says you can't give babes strong meat. What does that really mean? You can't feed a baby a steak. They can't chew it. You got to give them milk. You remember that meme? He needs some milk. He needs some milk. They talking about people who can't handle that raw meat, that hard truth, that hard pill to swallow. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with weak-minded and weak-willed people unless they want to learn and grow and develop and change. So if you're on my channel and the things that I say rub you the wrong way, do me a favor. Don't ever come back. Because this channel is not for you. With that being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you're waking up every day with a plan, a purpose, and a smile. And if you're not waking up with a plan, a purpose, and a smile, hey, at least you're waking up. Hope you learned something today. Because Hawk Sensei does not play.